Hello, and welcome back to Andy's Library. Today I will be doing a review of two books that I read pretty close together. Did not realize how similar I would find them to be. The first one is a book everyone is talking about, A Little Life by Hanaya Yanagihara, and the other book, City of Fire by Garth Risk Hallberg. Um, Again, these books I read sort of accidentally close together, and I didn't realize how much I would be comparing them. So, the first one, A Little Life. This is the book that everyone's been talking about, reading, and saying how horribly tragic it is. And it is really horribly sad and tragic. I made it to page 152 before I cried for the first time. And then I cried so many more times. But it's essentially four men who are college friends. It follows them through their lives. Maybe about a third of the way, two of the men, Jude and Willem, become sort of the main characters. But the characterization of the four men, the depth of her descriptions, her writing is gorgeous. It brings you into their world, and you really do feel like you're part of their traditions and their inside jokes and their lives through college and then past college. And it follows them, I don't know, like 30 years. I'm not really sure. But the whole time you're just kind of sick with dread because terrible things keep happening. And even when you think, this is it, things are getting good for them, and then no, horrible things happen. And it's no surprise. I'm not spoiler alert. It's very tragic, and you will cry multiple times unless you're a psychopath and have zero heart. And at the end, it's, you know what, the end actually isn't the saddest part, but the end's still sad. But anyway, that's rich characterizations. That she does such a great job with all of the descriptions, with their relationships, with each individual character's relationships with people in their lives, and then even between the four main characters. I I loved it. I plan to reread it, and I recommend it. But it's, again, really troubling and very sad. And there's not much of a driving plot. It really is like it's sort of their life. I mean, things happen, but it, it's like this 30-year, I guess, time period. Enter City on Fire, which is very plot driven. However, has all of these characters that are really well drawn, beautiful characterizations again. Everything is just tinged with sadness. And you feel so much for every character, and there's all these kernels of deep trauma for almost every character. However, there's a mystery. And this takes place maybe in about like a 6-month time period, with some flashbacks and some like little things that, like a zine or someone's report card, or just like little things thrown in that keeps it going. But it's a mystery that takes place. It starts like in January of 1977, and then I think the whole thing kind of wraps up in July. So it's 1970s New York, that which also, A Little Life, quite a bit of it was set in New York. So there's that contrast. This is a more modern, and then this is back in the 70s. So the setting of the 70s New York and punk rock scene, and all of like just how the city's falling apart, so much just unrest. Maybe the city's in default. I didn't quite understand all of that part, but but it's a very big character part of this book. The whole time period kind of is, which actually is a little strange because this book, which was written like 2015, I think, and I found this like at a secondhand shop, and I just read it like, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, it's a TV show. And here's what's weird. The TV show is set in 2003 New York, which is the reason why that's so weird is because 1977 really is part of the reason why the way this book works. So, and is part of the mystery. So I haven't seen the TV show, so I shouldn't say anything else. But it is not set in the time period that this book is, and the time period that this book is set is huge. So that being said, both of these books are excellent. They're both filled with tragic, flawed, traumatized people, both very well drawn characters, and you just are invested so heavily with every character in these books. And this one doesn't have a whole lot of plot, but still makes you cry a million times. This one has an amazing plot and a mystery. So, I mean, you can't go wrong unless you don't want to read about trauma and sadness, then don't read either one of these books. But if you want something that really draws you in and has you feeling so emotional, either one of these is great. If you like a mystery, this one's better. But I highly recommend both these books. And it's kind of strange how I just coincidentally read them together, and they just really were very, I think, similar, except for plot. Not much of a plot. But anyway, that's my review. I hope you guys read either one of these books or both. Let me know what you think. And if you think it's strange to compare both of them, maybe just because they're both really chubby books, but I kind of think it works. All right, so I hope you enjoyed my review. Again, I hope you read one of these books. Let me know how you like it. Bye.